Okay, so this is BPB Smith making a beautiful, beautiful comeback. So, Smith Talks, we're bringing the series back. So, I just had like an epiphany, right? So, I was just thinking about the diffusion of responsibility between the crowds. Like, okay, so what that is, let's say a bunch of people are in a certain place. Like, let's say we're at the mall, right? And this one dude just passes out. He has a heart attack. He's having a heart attack. Now, we're all going to assume, well, someone else will call 911, so I don't have to. That's diffusion of responsibility. So everyone is going to be freaking the hell out, and everyone's going to be thinking, well, this dude will call 911, someone will get help. And at the end of the day, most likely, this man will die of cardiac arrest because no one took the responsibility to call for help. Diffusion of responsibility in the worst. But, however, it can also work in our favor if it was organized and if it was with a well-trained group. For example, let's say that same thing happened, but we all knew what we were supposed to do. We all knew our responsibility. Diffusion of responsibility, well, I don't need to call 911 because that dude will, so I'm going to do this. Well, I don't need to get the ADD because he will, so I'm going to call 911. At that point, it can be positive. So, with that in mind, I thought of the omniverse theory. What the omniverse theory is, it's essentially a theory. Well, it's a theory. It has theory in the name. It's a theory that proposes there are an infinite amount of universes. Now, I discussed with my friend who wants to be a physicist about the omniverse theory, and he disagrees that there's not an infinite amount, more of like an immeasurable amount. So the amount of parallel universes is finite, meaning there is an end, but we just simply cannot measure it because we don't have the means to. So I'm just going to go ahead and use his version of the theory and use the word infinite very lightly. So let's say the omniverse theory is true and there are an infinite amount of universes, right? So at that point, wouldn't diffusion of responsibility take place into our society? Because what is the issue with me, let's say, murdering a person if there are an infinite amount of universes where this person still exists, where he's still alive? And maybe there's a universe where he even killed me. So at that point, everything is futile. And at what point does everything stop mattering? But then again, my other friend replied, or more like interjected, it's not really about what if could happen. It's more like what's practical and what's real. Because in reality, what's going to matter the most is that you are in a singular reality. Whether there are an infinite amount of parallel universes or not is not significant. What is significant is that how you are treating your reality, how you are living within your specific singular reality. And no matter what exists in other realities, no matter if you are immortal in a sense, existing in an infinite amount of parallel universes, that is not important because you should focus on the universe you are in. And I held that message to heart. So I'm going to leave you with my rambling of a madman and a high schooler with too much free time. I'm going to leave you with this message. It doesn't matter what could happen or what would happen. What only matters is what will happen. And what will happen is what you want to happen. So, make what you will of life. Peace out.